I'm not afraid to say the truth because this country belongs to us. I got my grandchildren. They will inherit the land. So we speak the truth. It is the government responsibility. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so kindly. 077959959 077959959 0881 are the numbers to call. Let's hear from you on the program. Conversation with the Vision Bearer, and we are talking education. We focus on primary education, and this is Kia Radio 95.9. Of course, General is back to you.
Okay, and Chio, you want to add in, and I can come down back in. Chio, can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. And the man said it. Look, if you're out there, you're a teacher, please, we want you to call us. We want you to call the show if you're a teacher. Share this video, share the video, share it. Follow us on KCN TV on Facebook and also Kia Network on YouTube. 24/7 on Facebook and whatsoever, and on YouTube and FM 95.9 on radio. Look, if you don't have good teachers, there will be no good education. We say this again, it's the government responsibility for good schools, that's the government responsibility for good teachers. Because once you have good teachers, you can put students in the parking lot and they will learn. The building is just the building. But government, even the government school, the building are not nice. Then look at the private school. We can't control the private schools no matter what. If the private school believe that the education they're providing is quality, they will charge you. They got schools. My granddaughter going to a school that she paid $1,500 for the whole term. They get some put $200 U and $2,000 US for the whole year. So when we hear these things, but government need to come in. Government need a Ministry of Education. What are you doing? The president need to hold these people. Their progress report. Look at the minister's progress report the same way people do it in other companies. Eh? For you to survive or for you to improve your company, you got to check on your owner man. You got to have meetings. You got to know what's going on. Listen to the people. If the product you're selling and your customers are not happy, you have to change. The Liberian people are not happy. We need good education. Our people are suffering. They cannot afford it to even send their children to public schools. But yet, we are here. A man who's supposed to be enjoying a little cash, cutting into his family money, cutting into his money to help somebody. That is what the care is all about. We are not United Nations. We got the same document like any other non-profit organization. So we try our best, but we're just calling on the government to do everything possible. We're not benefiting financially. We're not doing no income tax to say government give us break and whatsoever. We are non-profit, but we pay taxes to government. Could you believe that? Non-profit, we pay people to do the work. We pay them and we say we don't want to keep you anymore. They take us to labor ministry, but it's non-profit. So these are some of the things we're talking about. It's not white people. Not white people alone can open non-profit. No, there are a lot of non-profit organizations in Liberia there, owned by Liberians. But the educational thing, we try. It been long. Even when things were normal, it was still the same problem. We never experienced it like what we're experiencing right now. That you expect a woman in the market. Those days, people, the woman that used to sell the potato greens and send the train to see the woman used to sell her red oil and send her son to St. Patrick, send her son to MC. But now it can't happen anymore. Everybody on their own struggling. If your teacher, give us a call. What is your experience? Don't be afraid. You don't even need to call your name, but say the truth. Are you okay now? Is the Ministry of Education doing the right thing? Are you happy? Or maybe you stay struggling to get your degree, and then the only thing you got to do because you're in the 12th grade or 10th grade and you're teaching somewhere just to get some money, and can a BSc or someone with masters go and teach for $100 US? No, I don't think so. So the lines is open. Call us. We're not going to take too long on the show today because yesterday was a very hectic day for me and the CEO. And you know, when graduation time coming, you have to visit everyone. And I want to say thanks again to everyone who showed up to my son's Hope Out. I appreciate it, and he himself appreciated it. But this is what we do, and we stay coming up here. It's not to show our faces, but the passion and not patriotism. The CEO made use of war. They must hold you accountable, accountability, and patriotism. Patriot, not just by yourself. Oh, I love Liberia. How you love Liberia? For yourself or for somebody else? Because if you love Liberia, you put Liberia first. You not even put your family over Liberia. You will make sure that everything is okay before even you think about yourself. I think in Rwanda, the president passed a law that all government officials, the children, must attend public schools. That is why today the public schools in Rwanda is okay. You must attend that school. But look today and tell me how many government official children go into public schools. Look and see. And James, y'all go and do the homework. Go around and find out how many ministers or deputy ministers or even from the legislature to the Senate that the children are in public schools. No, because they themselves don't have no interest in improving public schools. That is why they themselves building schools. Tipa and Thomas Fala got a school of primary and university. Mr. Elder got a school where the children are supposed to go free, but yet they got to bring 2 chicken, a man or woman. They put it like bring with man or woman. They got to bring chicken soup. They got to bring all this. By the time they bring it, everything comes to $150 US for every time they go to school. And every year you must buy a uniform. So these are some of the problems that we're going through. That is why today we're sitting here, people writing. They want us to pay school fees. No, we cannot. We got other work we want to do. We will do things that people will benefit collectively. If you are blessed and the CEO bless you, thank God for you. Everybody wants the CEO to go and start speaking to all the little schools. Because when in Liberia, when you're guest speaker, you got to pay money. In the other nice country, when you're guest speaker, the people pay you. Oh yes, in America, if someone called to be a guest speaker, they pay you, they give you transportation. If they're ordered from one state, they will transport you, they will do everything. Even to be an MC to a wedding, they pay you. So nothing free. But in Liberia, if you're guest speaker, just make sure you write a check before reaching there. That's it. That's the show. And that children will benefit from it. No, somebody going to benefit. Always the case. Somebody will benefit, and the people who need you using not even benefiting. So teachers, call us. Government official, call us. How can we fix it? We're not taking your job from you. The president will not fire you. It's hard to build a house. It's easy to break down our house. It's very easy. But it been damaged for a long time. How can we fix it? Don't be ashamed. This is how we can do it. We. And also community leaders. For drugs, it is your role to play. Go around as a community leader. See how many ghettos in your community. Talk to these children. Talk to them. And government, people will see you doing it. And maybe the Care Foundation will see how we do this one day. We're working on it. That maybe you will see us in group going from, we'll just deal with community to community to talk to people. We'll take the bull by the horn. We will go into that ghetto and say, yes, with our t-shirts on and say, please leave. Leave. We can't wait for government alone. Do you know who bring the drugs in the country? Do you know how the drugs? Now you can hold the government and say, but Mr. President, how come they say the drugs passing through the airport and I used to control the airport? Yes, the government lied about, but you can control your neighborhood. And we're going to start from right near the Care Foundation, the Care radio station. We're going to start barricading and discouraging people from around that Soniwe era from getting the drugs. We do something. It's just a matter of time. So please, let us hear from you. CEO, you want to add, or James? We're not going to take too long, and we will soon be leaving.
Yeah. So
Let me come in 1 minute, James.
Okay.
Yeah, they are. Thank you, General. For me, my father wanted to teach. What's the name? The
The KRTDR.
KRTTR. Yeah, KRTTR. He graduated for KRTTR. He was teaching in all these districts and stuff like that, and his service was actually appreciated by the Liberian government at the time. Nowadays, nobody wants to go there. The same institution is still open, I guess, from the previous quarter, he said it. So, I mean, looking at this, I'm saying this to mean that the direction of the government, the prioritization of the government is not education, is not health, is not water and sanitation, is not agriculture, it's not any of the 4 pillars that we find ourselves, this particular organization find itself, to be identified with. I think the government privatization or whatever that means something to them is the 3 branches of the government and its affiliates. Everybody there has to get paid. If you ask me, someone else they stay requesting a raise, the $15,000 or $20,000 a month. They still claiming that it's not even enough. They need to get paid accordingly. And according to what? Someone that they haven't even visited their constituents in months. They haven't gone back. Ask your representative from Grand Gillette County or Sano County, asking when the last time he been back home. Yeah, what he will tell you. But they want to get paid a new raise to fund their promiscuous activities in Liberia, to promote their corruptive act in Liberia. Education is abandoned. Healthcare is abandoned. These people, when they get sick, they run to the nearby countries to get treatment. And the other people in the nearby countries are laughing at us. And so it's just pay dividends to play in the hands of exactly what these people are. They are the government officials and the people that will continue to vote, in offices. Okay, they left from the Western civilization here, fled and went back home, and the little money they worked for in group homes, they saved it and went back home and convinced these people in the local community and say, you know what, let me pick my chances. And yes, these people are people that have no decision making. 75% of our government officials, people that fail in the Western civilization here. So what do we expect them to go back there to go do in Liberia? To bring a change to your country? Like I said, that's just nonsense, complete nonsense. The only thing they're looking for, their focus point is how am I going the money I spent in my campaign, I need to recuperate it as soon as possible, and also to make my family to be rich, that they will never have to work again in Liberia or think about applying to any other institution to work. That's their focus. So any money, any deals they have to consult, where am I getting there for myself? Where is there for me? Where there for me? Not my country. What will make the Liberian people better? What in it for the Liberian people? No, it's about where there for me. Where am I getting? Okay, this is what you want to do. Where am I getting? Where am I going to cut? That's the first thing they put before they negotiate, or whoever is coming to business that they're trying to negotiate for. So these people continue to, for me, I don't respect any representative and senator. I consider them to be very corrupt and rogues and thieves until they can do better. This station here, for us, we support no political party, no individual. That's why we continue to speak our minds. And it's in the interest of the Liberian people. They deserve better. They put you in office or offices for you guys to perform, to be able to help them, to take them for their poverty condition and make them to be successful for what they voted for in office. And they're not getting it. They're getting a slap in their faces. Then the next 6 years, you guys will come back again and say, oh, you know what? They bring back a rice oil and stuff like that and chicken soup in your communities. You start hearing their names, chanting their names in the community. John Brown. Yeah, John Brown. And so they don't respect you. They don't respect your votes. In America here, if the primary that is coming next in October or November, your votes are very, very crucial that go and diamond to these people, but they don't appreciate it. Okay, They will pet you for the next 6 years. You elect them in offices again. They dump you on the sidewalks. They continue to do the rubbish acts and careless or attitudes in the government. The previous quarter said it. Education is not prioritized. Not at all. Healthcare is not prioritized. Not at all. Education. They don't look at education to be any type of meaningful thing in the country. Water and sanitation are causing cancer. All the sicknesses in Liberia, they don't know where it's coming from, but the water you drink, water made out of 65 to 75% of the human body. They don't respect it. People are drinking from wells that are not sanitized. People are getting sick. The government officials that are drinking mineral waters. Okay? Would I appreciate what the Liberian people are giving to their government officials? Their votes. The people going offices and start the people they don't have the right to a riot or demonstration. They do. For the little time they may be in power. There's another man who criticized the previous government. They were not doing they were doing that. You promising all this, go and save out to them. Came and offering or nonsense to them. Okay? What humanitarian foundation is doing, we ourselves see the little sacrifice we're making. What General is saying, money is not coming from out of the government or government's pocket, anybody's pocket. Okay, we're doing our best to make sure to bring or put smile on other people's faces as an organization. What the government official, what the government is doing, it's in the power to help the Liberian people that voted for them or put them in offices. Nothing. It's like zero. Nada. That's where my frustration comes in. There's no direction. There's no prioritization. There's no plan to help the Liberian people. To say, let us put in place a good healthcare system. Let us put in place good primary education system. Let us put in place a safe drinking water and agriculture to feed the citizenry of this particular country. Everything we export or import rice. We want to import teachers. We want to like everything when it comes to Liberia. We want to import everything. The microwave solution. What we made out of. Because we got government officials that got zero plans. Zero. I'm saying zero, nada.
And still you said it all. I know sometimes we try to be very emotional, but
he's doing this to run for president, or doing this to run for representative. Come, excuse me, representative, president. That's nonsense.
Yep. And we're doing this just to help our own people. But they're not getting it when we call upon ministers and we call on the ministry to send somebody to come and explain.
Because they know that we're asking these questions. They're afraid.
Because you are corrupt. That's why you're afraid. You are corrupt.
If your hands are clean, you'll walk in the studio and be online here like open arms and answer any questions and any interrogation that you have to go through. But these people...
And my disappointment right now is the lady who is the Minister of Education. She was right in Delaware. She's from Delaware. If things are not working, let us know. Let the people know. What are you doing? Are you part of the people now? When you are at the university in Delaware, is that how they treated you?
Bro,
if things are not working for our education.
Once these people go in that country, the first thing is overnight enrichment to enrich themselves. That's all. That's the focus. I'm going to get like the gold mine. And the system is not set up for any type of impunity, or type of wrong act of, if you do anything wrong, you'll spend the rest of your life in jail. They're not thinking about that. So they go in the corrupt system is already set up. The historic corruption in the country. They'll do what it takes to get rich overnight for the next 6 years. That's their plans.
But they want to go on other platform and just talk and pretend because they don't ask any question. When was the last time the Senate or called the education minister to say what is going on about education? When was the last time to say what's going on? But you live in America. That is my disappointment in the Minister of Education. People talk about you, you there, and you see these things going on, people talking about it. What you expect our teachers to do? What you expect them when they're not even getting their pay, cannot even pay their rent?
Can't pay their
So at
rent.
the end of the day, they take the money from the students and that's it. Wow.
Yes, teachers, like they setting text, they setting the text to the students just to get, they're setting like so many things going on in the classrooms, man. It's so pathetic, and and our
And then the
government officials they breaking in all this. I learned that like the government we pay someone that rent, right? The rent and right?
Yeah,
Am I wrong?
yeah. James, what happened with the MCC boss? MCC and MCSS. MCSS got the lowest in the budget. One man ate all the money.
Yeah,
Ate
he was even
everything,
suspended. He was even suspended by the
and
president.
he's on suspension right now.
No,
He ate everything.
that's a band-aid now over the company.
Imagine one man, the one that's going to go to the public
suspension.
schools, the MCSS school, the man ate all. He alone.
Guys are a complete joke, man. I don't like.
And nobody part of it. He alone just eat
It's
it.
a joke. It's a complete
Look,
joke.
my
Honestly.
people,
We
I'm
just
telling you,
we're spinning in cycles and just thinking that we're gonna one day get out of it, snap out of it. No.
President Bouaka, we're not against you. You are the president. The people elected you. You got to make the difference. Because no matter what happens, you can do all the good things. Come 2029, people will stay contest. So you need to do it for the Liberian people. These were the same people in the street, in the rain, in our poo water, saying that they will vote for you no matter what happens. You got nothing to lose, Mr. President. That's why we're paying you. That is why you got the first security. That is why even if there's one cup of rice in the country, it's yours.
Yeah. They didn't tell you the last
one
time.
gallon gas, it will go to you.
They
If
didn't
they
tell you
will
the last
protect
time.
one person in the entire country, they will protect you. Why you should be afraid of companies? Why you should be afraid to tell the people the truth? Why you be afraid to lock them up?
General.
They will say it's a dictatorship. Oh, you dictate. Yes. If you show that this man is corrupt, let him be in jail or she be in jail, and the Liberian people will be happy.
General,
Yeah.
you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
You remember one time I told you, say I met Cummings, or a friend of mine took me to him.
Yeah.
Since I want to go for you to go meet this guy, go meet my Kennedy. Since you're a business guy, I want for you to go and ask him some questions about he plays in Liberia. I said, all right, let's go. And I think that day we got to practicing, and I went with him and we sat there. I met him one-on-one in a backstage. I'm asking him some questions, right? I said, as on the business level, what will you do with security? Because investors follow security. Security, is where investors, follow. What will you do when it comes to security? What will you do when it comes to decentralizing Monrovia and all that, creating a new capital to do that? What are your plans? What are some of the things you're going to do when it comes to education, helping the primary, education foundation and to a higher education level? What are some of your plans and the roles? Bouaka never answered a single question. You know who he was attacking? Cummings.
Right.
Cummings said he wants to. He lied down in the chair like this, like donkey away, halfway sleeping and attacking Cummings. I asked all the questions I put before he never attacked one. But attacking Cummings, Cummings said he wants to be president of Liberia, but he does not live in Liberia. And how can he be president of Liberia? He don't live in Liberia. You look at the paper, I say, is this man really serious right now? With everything I put before, he never said anything but attacking another Kennedy. So I look at it and say, this guy's a complete failure. If he goes there, this is exactly what he's doing. Somebody with no plans. If you're going in office with no plans, this is where it comes to. So this is just the beginning, guys. We haven't gone.
That's the problem with our country. And there are a lot of good people out there, but they're so afraid to go to Liberia because of the way we do our politics. And it's not right. It's not okay. Our people, man. And the ministers, you are the advisors to the president, education minister, agriculture minister, public work minister, all these people. Now you empower, you change. You're not speaking out. You're not saying the things. Nobody going to hold you responsible. You say you came and met this broken system that you want to fix. You beg us. You say you will fix it. Mr. President, again, you got nothing to lose, Mr. President. You said we should think Liberia, build Liberia, and what? I don't know the last one. But are we doing it? Are you setting an example? We want you to fight corruption. I stand with you on that. Fight corruption. Let the people see it. But let it benefit us too now. Let that corruption that you're fighting should benefit the people of Liberia. That when you fight corruption, that money will go to schools. When you fight corruption, that money will go to hospitals. And at least our people.
I think there's a problem with general line. So let me just announce the numbers again so people giving their thoughts about the topic. 0777 959 959, 0777 959 959, 0881 871 670, 0881 871 670, 0777 959 959. We have another person here. Good evening, welcome.
Yeah, good evening. How are you, sir?
And then where have you called from?
Pastor Jesse Brown of Roseville.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, you see, the whole issue being discussed in studio this evening has to do with our government. Government needs to stand up to the task. I heard somebody in studio just say that the president is the highly protected person, which is true. If one cup of rice was in Liberia to feed the millions, we would rather give it to Joseph Boakai. But Joseph Boakai has been a complete disappointment to the Liberian people. Despite all that Liberia went through for Joseph Boakai to emerge victorious today, he has been a serious failure. I say failure because even if you go for the next 4 years, whatever will be done, if we start to see it now, then we know that the government is doing something to curtail corruption or at least minimize it by 75 or 80%. But nothing is being done. Nothing. There's a whole show I monitor now over an hour. One government official has not called. But only the people who have educated all of them. So I asked myself, I said, what if all the teachers decide to stand down for 3 years? Will we have the doctors? Will we have the lawyers? Will we have all the entrepreneurs that these schools have produced? Will we have them today? We will not have them. So what needs to be done is policies. Government needs to enact policies, workable policies that will not just come and surface and go down in 1 week time. We need to get serious, and if we can't get serious, I can say it boldly, proudly, that Liberia is going nowhere. Liberia under Joseph Boakai is going nowhere. Joseph Boakai has disappointed us. People wasted pepper water in our faces. Just go on campaign. People wasted pepper water in our faces for Joseph Boakai to bring the level of shame and disgrace upon us. I'm so disappointed, my brother. Okay. The education minister is another mess. It's a mess. Ellen said it years back. She never did anything. George Weah, he said it. He never did anything. Then you now, who say you spent 44 years in government, we can't get anything from you, from on your table. Even the crumbs can drop down. It's serious, it's saddening, and it's very, very much disheartening. But this government is doing nothing to improve the livelihood of Liberians, and especially the schools, the teachers, the students. Look how children are learning today. They can't even present. Students cannot even present. They come in out of high school. They come in out of university with nothing to show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so kindly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0881 871 670 0777 959 959. Let's see who's here. Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, sir.
The name, where have you called from?
Good evening to your panelists. And from my brother from the Maltese Belt. Good evening, sir. Well, I just want to appreciate the Kia family for the investment into Liberia. With the emphasis on the public shooting now, we need it more. And don't just let it be a one-time thing. You need to hammer it for the government to understand that she can try to do something about the situation. If you look at our schools today in Liberia, when Ellie said message, she was right. Because the government is not willing to work with UNESCO. Can you imagine? Look at the situation with the Ebola educational assistance for teachers. All the teachers in Liberia that came from the private sector, they benefited and they were captured. Banks paid them. Why can't MOE do something? And then you capture schools and you can't call a call on your program today. But you can make the politics especially the even private schools, and make sure the two children are volunteering to go to schools. Make sure you capture them in a blanket and go as per the credentials. For every now and then you say, oh, come to verify, you doing this? No. Again, I'm Stephen Doyen Lewis. Please, let's continue to tell our government. Indeed, he said he loves Liberia, yeah, but do it so that the teachers can have the joy. Yeah, you cannot be a BSc man and you say you take A5 from era like the man spoke about Fubadi. Go to the Juniper schools. Liberians left from, for example, District 16. They went in there. Size. Zero, oh man. They could not pay. They could not pay. They could not even absorb the children. We got to come back. The government must double up to take charge of this educational blanket that the guy spoke about. Sarah Leone. She can pay the teachers. She can do it. She can discuss with our partner. If we have our people up Capitol Hill taking us some more money, come on, man. Here, let's force them. They can do it. God bless you.
Okay. Thank you so kindly. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0881 871 670 0881 871 670. Let's hear from you. Who's here? Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening.
Your name and where have you called from?
My name is Abraham Isbak. I'm calling from Finance
Your lines. Okay. Can you change your locations, Granny, please?
Yeah. That's my location. Thank you for the discussion. I must appreciate you tonight for the discussion we have had.
Okay.
Sincerely speaking, as people to talk about the government. Because the entire government, prior to them coming to power, they cover everything with deception. The yellow machine story, all the stories that are all around, that they were coming with yellow machine, the bosses, and all of these things are all fake. You know, the group of we the Liberians, because our mentality we build as Liberians is one of the reasons that right now in Liberia we are facing a lot of issues. So Liberians going to be moved for people that will come with the exception that they will change, and when the time comes, they derive at a point where they can't deliver anything. You know, the government, we just got to pray for the next year, but we in serious trouble. Thank you for the question.
Okay. Thank you so kindly. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0881 871 670 0881 871 670 are the numbers to call. Let's hear from you on the program, the conversation with the vision bearer. And this is Kia Radio 95. When now we are also live on Facebook KCN TV. You can follow us. We are on YouTube as well, Kia Communications Network. Subscribe to our channel to get more updates on the program and activities here at Kia Radio. So, General, is back to you.
Hello?
General, are you there?
Yeah. I think General, his line probably froze. General.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Rabbi, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
We can see you.
It's nice to be on this evening.
Good. Nice to see you again.
I don't know, the whole screen just went dark for some reason.
Yeah, you're showing fight was seeing you, but I don't know what happened.
But can you hear me audio wise, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I hear you very clear.
Yeah, I just wanted to chime in on something you talked about earlier on. I think it was Mr. Kishan, and something you made mention of. You know, every time we look at our lawmakers, the kind of money they are taking home, and it's still, requesting for more. And there was something you guys talked about earlier on about the issue of drugs, the proliferation of ghettos in our country. Brother Chris, here is something that most people tend to underestimate. And I always go back to the days of Charles Taylor to come to the end of what we term as World War I, World War II, and World War III. The proliferation of ghettos today in Liberia 6 years ago to current was not as high as compared to the days of Charles Taylor. So what was the secret then? And in fact, our borders was porous. Now, let's take into consideration from Pearl River to go as far as Cape Man, as Lofa, those ends were considered as war zone. Then you had LPC from Grand Bassa as far as Grand Gideon. Those areas were trouble region. So what was the secret in Monrovia, between Monrovia from Nima County all around Montserrat and its environment? Why we never had the proliferation of ghettos when in fact our country was infested with armed men? Now that we don't have armed men all over the place, why we have this huge quantity or huge number of ghettos and the government can't do anything? 6 years ago, the government couldn't do anything because, Brother Chris, when I was in the township of Gartnersville, my representative, that township used to be constituency number 10 when Charles Taylor ran to be president. So it was constituency numbers, I think 7 or so. When Dave Kuman was representative, the representative Dave Kuman had a ghetto in the Shoes Factory community. This guy was selling drugs, and the people voted for him. And President Weah lifted up that guy's hand up, and the people voted for him. So you expect the proliferation of ghettos for President Weah at the time to do anything? No. He had Representative Alumisa Innes. She was also allegedly selling drugs in the West Point area. So you don't expect these people at the time to even do something about the proliferation of drugs in our country. Look what is unfolding in the country. It's sad. And the legislators, they are not even ashamed that these are their constituents, though, that are victim of the proliferation of drugs today. They're sitting there. We thought this government, by this time, will sit down and be innovative, when in fact, they had talk shows all over the place that they were going to do well, they were going to rescue the Liberian people. But from the embryo stages, we can't see anything that they were going to close the ghetto. And somebody was chanting slogan the other day and say, oh, Montserrat Senator Dillon built a rehab. I said, let me say this to you, something you don't know. In North Dakota, 5 families sued the state of North Dakota for wrongly treating people with disability. That led to the introduction of the Grisham law in North Dakota. So you said there one representative or senator open a open a rehab center that is not sophisticated. He's opening it only just for political gain. And the lady said, oh, but at least the man opened a rehab. I said, no, that senator should introduce a law or a bill that support treatment for people living with drug addiction, to rehabilitate them, but not to open a rehab that is not sophisticated enough to treat young men who will soon end up in the street. So, Brother Chris, our country is at a serious crossroad. I concur with you when you say the lawmakers in our country, they are just a bunch of thieves. They're enjoying, in fact, they're being more paid than even my lawmaker here in the Minnesota end. They get more money. What are they doing? Nothing.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised when they come to places like Minnesota and they come, it's just photo ops, and few people sit on a conference call. They say, oh, we met our constituents in the diaspora. It's a serious thing. It's up to the people now to wake up.
Yeah.
It's up to them to wake up and say, listen, we will not wait, like the general said, we can't wait for the government to come and teach us about sanitation. Brother Chris, walk in the different communities. The die part up there, the feces here, then the wear right there. And the government, look, it's sad. It's very, very sad.
Yeah.
We can't wait for the government. The people need to wake up.
Yeah. Excellent point. Exactly what we've been saying here. Nothing new. Thank you, Reverend. Thank you so much for your input. James.
Yeah.
You have anything else? Probably see what Gerald, what's going on your end? I see you on the phone.
Okay, so far there's nothing. I listened to what the Reverend said, and I think we can call it a day. It's okay, then we can start from next week. So you want to give a closing?
What about the Reverend discussion you heard? You're on your phone there. Can you just give the public a little
So that test are taking that?
Yes, exactly. What you think?
I heard the Reverend, he concurred with you when you said that the representative are the problem. And they
last one. I thought you're getting off your phone. So yeah.
If we get the full detail, then we give you a scholarship.
All right, guys. You can see that the general line of the internet giving a little problem. So yeah. So thank you so much, Reverend, for coming on. This is the same discussion we've been having from time in time. The only job that is available for these people to get rich overnight is the representative positions. You know.
So we have someone on the line. Good evening, welcome.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, you're live. Please go ahead.
Good evening. I never problem.
You're live. Please go ahead. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you now.
Okay, your name, where have you called from?
I'm calling from Birmingham Highway, Fullerton. My name is Imam Bakar Salon. I'm monitoring your show.
Okay.
Our leaders get problem. We ourselves will get problem. Because we don't know who to elect now. Now, the man is elected for 9 years. Campaign time, he come with 1 chicken feet and 1 cup of rice. They convince you to go there for 9 years. We will not see that person again. And the development fund, they give it to our lawmakers, they do reach us. And we ourselves will get problem in our community. All up interior, sir. People dump the timber in the window. We don't cut the grass, mosquito parrot. Like government will do all I want, our lawmakers will do all I want. Sometimes when they come with development, for to monitor, the black gone, the smell gone, the zinc gone. Some standard material, sometimes they bring it for us. And campaign now, sometimes they come with some kind of 14 gauge. They just go for the local bathroom. After 5 years, everything colluded and be out. Then they come back again. Today, somebody came to me, they say back to me again. For this, anytime from now, they want to run again. And they come.
coming to a because it's not succeed. I don't know what to do. We do in the country as a man with volunteer. We don't do any other country, but we solve it. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. There is calling all the way from the bomb highway there. So
And he's a Iman, right, James?
yeah, definitely. He's an
Yeah, Imam.
But what the Iman need to do is conscientize your people when they come to the mosque on Friday. Conscientize them about sanitation. Conscientize them on voting for the right people. I show there are surah in the Quran that teaches people about
morality and all that too.
Yeah, morality and all those things. So yeah, Iman. So you have a responsibility, and I love what he said, Brother Chris. He said we can't. The representatives will not clean our communities.
Yeah.
The representative will not do so. The people need to do so. The County Development Fund. There was a story one time people brought County Development Fund money from Bapolu to buy sticks. Just imagine that. To come and get plank, plywood, sticks to carry to Bapolu. When Bapolu forest is a big forest with a whole lot of trees where you could buy enough power soil and build schools. That's what we find ourselves. We are at a serious crossroad. Only the little small process of conscientizing the people. You know, Brother Chris, everywhere good news, you can find good news. Trust me, our people will run. Only a few people will run to good news. The rest will run to what they can get now. And what they can get now seems not to be helping.
Yeah.
And 2029, then when you vote, the next thing will be calling, Brother James, we're calling from Ashmore Street. Our lawmaker is not doing something about Brother Chris, the general, we were here. Brother James, we were educating you. Do what you need to do to make your surrounding and your life, your educational sector improve. Look at the government schools. I went to Morovia demonstration from first grade to sixth grade. Those days when you go to demonstration, it was fully equipped. I went to Ora Horton. It was fully equipped. My desire was to go to Taj Mahal. When I was a little boy in the borough of New Krutan, D12 library was fully equipped. Fully equipped. But look today, what do you see? Nothing. And the government come, government go. It's just the same slogan.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Brother Chris. The next time we'll come here and we'll come sooner and to just talk to our people. Care Radio is here to help you. This is your radio. You hear the CEO all the time. It's the people's radio. Use this medium to be conscientized. The man giving scholarship, the institution giving scholarship. They're not giving you scholarship to go sit down. They're giving you scholarship to be fully.
Can I take another call? I think somebody's calling.
Yeah, go ahead. The line is open.
Okay. Good evening, welcome.
Good evening.
Good evening, where have you called from?
Imam Wakasana again.
Okay.
Even our rules, it's the problem. But why we can't take all license to brush it? Our local chief. My appeal is every local chief, clergy, something there should be a major election for them. Then they will function.
Okay.
What the essence of giving leadership to people and not functioning? All the rule bad. All the time convince the children to go to school. The song for senior day. Our community should normally they have inspector. Yeah? You drink your water, you consume your water, you put the plastic down, they will arrest you. But now today, people defecate anywhere they feel it. That one they will pray. Imam will, whosoever will pray, God can accept it because the worship center get the imam mosque around it. It's not clean. You see, every day are cleaning up, we put in jail. You defecate the plastic they throw away. No toilet, no good latrine. You create a new toilet set today. People will leave the toilet, they defecate outside. It's bad. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Imam.
Brother Chris, before we go, let me say something to the public, right? So when you come from the radio station, the Buse Quarter area, the question to the listeners out there, how many public latrines are there from Buse Quarter, beyond Morovia Demonstration School, to the Old Chief Quarter area there on McDonald Street, opposite the Crown Hill Cinema, behind the old DHL, what they call it, Data Observer newspaper, then to go down Slipway and then round Crown Hill. You know, the late President Doe started something in the 80s. He was building public latrine all over because people were using the community's old house, you know, unfinished house, to throw dye, to throw feces in those places. And Brother Chris, that's why you see those small diseases to the communicable diseases are on the increase, because the public latrine in our country, we don't have good public latrine, especially Morovia and its environment. No good public latrine. And Iman, he says something. You got B Mountain, Iman, in your community. Your lawmakers, B Mountain is making millions of dollars. You got representatives and senators over there who are enjoying themselves in that bombing area, and you people are suffering. So you're right. You struck an important point about municipal government election. After the 2006 election, there was a guy running. He used to be the policy advisor to the late Harry Moluba. He wanted to be city mayor, and he was introducing a bill that they should have a municipal election, government election. I think if our chiefs, superintendent are elected and mayors are elected, the man is 100% right. People will work, but you gave job to somebody because they know Brother Chris, because they know Pastor Cummings, or they know Brother Kishen. They're not going to work.
Nepotism.
They're not going to work. We need more public latrine. The government tend to overlook all these things. But that's why you have the high increase of cholera, malaria, typhoid fever in the country. Brother Chris, so died all over the place.
Wow. Welcome, Andrew. We're about to be wrapping up soon. So,
yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
My apologies. I've been in a long running program. I just got out. I told them that I can't just hold on so long. And so we are driving home. That's why you see me. I'm not on camera. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we are discussing some inconsistency and history level of corruption in Liberia when it comes to the neglect of education, healthcare, water and sanitation, agriculture, and other sectors in the Liberian society. So we actually we had a lot of callers contributed to the topic, and we want you to get your quick overview. See what you think.
Well, I would say that these are the cause based on which leaders come to power, and the rescue government is of no exception to this. Their platform, on which they also read about rescuing the Liberian people, is a sole obligation. These are the social services that, if you cannot, deliver these services to your people, you stand to be questioned. Your government stands to be questioned, because these are key things that the citizen of that nation, or any nation for that matter, that they need. And if you fall short of that, it's a misplaced priority, that one would say. and that's what makes you a government, uh, and the promise to which you owe, that you pledge to the people. And so I would say that it's unfortunate for our own country. This has been an age-old problem where the governments from the past to present have come and tend to fail our people with His Excellency Joseph Boyka leadership and gaps that are being filled. Even of recent time with the protests that was held, yes, it's the right of the people, and I would think that's a wake-up call also for the government to listen to what the people are saying. It's not going to be 100% perfect, but I would think that the government should be more of a listening type, and it should also be seen as a signal that there are some gaps in the services that are being delivered. Our people, the government needs to improve. People need to be held accountable. Government officials need to double up. Even being elected in office is one thing. Even those who are elected, their performances are very dismal around the country. So election is not all to it. It's about being able to hold people accountable, flag them out as a nation and its leadership, and people will get to know what role that needs to be played. Our country deserves better. The people deserve better. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, so James, do you have anything to say so we can wrap up? Everybody give their closing statements and stuff.
Yeah, so I just one thing captured my attention when the other quarter were talking about the reforms in our curriculum for the students. So I think that is important because once we try to put in things or measures starting with the curriculum for our kids, it shows that it guides the teachers on what to teach and at a certain point in time and what not to teach the kids. And like that, you have a functioning educational system, and then there's a need to enforce that into the different schools because one of the problems we have had is the issue of monitoring those schools and knowing exactly what they are teaching the kids or the students because you can just give money to someone or even pass down law policy without monitoring and ensuring that that particular policy is implemented to the core. So those are things that capture my attention. Yeah, I think the government needs to increase its effectiveness in terms of monitoring and evaluating these schools across the country. There are some schools that the structures do not represent what a school should look like, and there are even universities as well that do not have the structures that universities should have. They should review all of these things so that we have a very conducive learning environment because in the absence of that, you cannot learn anything good. You cannot go in an environment where you are on a very strenuous condition to learn and you are kind of not in a good mood. It doesn't encourage you to learn. It doesn't put you in a position to learn whatever you want to learn. So they should encourage that. And lastly, they should also work on the teacher's salary. It's very important to pay people and motivate them because if you do not pay them according to the work they do, they feel discouraged and then it leads to bribery in the school. It leads to academic malpractice because in order to get $1 or $2 to transport himself during the week, the teacher might want to sell the test to the students or might want to sell the answers to the students. And you find out that the students will not be learning anything because they will easily go and pay $50, $100 to a teacher to get the answers on the test questions, then to go sit home and study at night, maybe to burn the candles like people usually do. So those are your key points I took from there. And I think they need to be worked on seriously from the angle of the Ministry of Education.
Okay. Thank you. Well, General, you want to say something? General, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Andrew, you finished?
Yeah, Andrew done.
Well, we're going above the time now, so we want to say thanks. And we hope to have a better conversation next time. And that was a very good show. And I hope our government do better than ever. Let us just hold them accountable, hold our representative accountable, and I think that's the best thing to do. Yeah, I want to see us when we're in the street concerning agriculture, concerning health, concerning education. Then we're serious. But not every day about somebody doing this and that. All right, so you did your closing already, Chief?
No, not yet. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for such a great show today. To our government officials, especially the representatives and senators, the people elected you in office or in offices. They confide in you, they believe in you, they expect you to deliver for them. Okay, not use them, not abuse them financially, physically or whatever it is, So that's where the frustration is coming from. You can do better. Okay, don't just go just all about yourself, me, myself, and I. That's it. The Liberian people elected into office or put you in this position. You should be able to deliver for them, come through for them. Okay, let us all make Liberia a better country, a better society for everybody. Let us develop a plan that will work for everybody, that will address these problems we have in our rural communities, like the lack of proper education, lack of good health care, safe drinking water, and agricultural plans to help the food shortage in our country. These are basic things that we have to prioritize, and if we have this in place, the country will become a very safe and innocuous place for everybody to live freely and do what is right. We're not asking for much at all as a country, no, but just do your part, do the little that you can do, and we as citizens will do what we can do. But you're not doing everything that you supposed to have done and representing the people that you're representing. So that's why the frustration and the demonstration come about. Thank you guys. Thank you, James. Thank you, Mr. Kia General. Thank you to the Liberian people. Looking forward to next week's show. And thank you. James, take it from there.
Okay, thank you to all of you for putting through your course. And this is how we like to say bye-bye for now. And by next week, we'll come out with another fresh edition of the program, Conversation with the Vision Bureau. Thank you and bye-bye.